Before we start this video, I just want to apologise for the audio in this video. Apart from this, which is recorded correctly, I do sound like I am underwater for the majority of this video. Luckily it is a shorter one this time, so hopefully it won't affect your enjoyment of it. So sit back and enjoy the underwater Build the Millennium Falcon video you're about to see. Hello and welcome to issue 74 and 75 of my Build the Millennium Falcon video log. We are continuing with the Mandibles this week, as you can see from the packages. And this time we have actually got cutouts. They are cutouts this time. I have double checked. They are not any other part of the Falcon. These two pieces here are cutouts, okay? Good. I just want to clear that up. You're not going to have to be waiting like 15 minutes before I realise that I've made an error this time, I promise. And another thing I have done this week, which will please a hell of a lot of you, I know, because you have been screaming at your screen, I am sure, is I have purchased these little pliers for the really fiddly parts of the Falcon. I came to realise way late that I really should have picked up these a while back, because it would have made building the Falcon a hell of a lot more easier. But I have them now, and I probably will be using them in this video. So hopefully that has pleased a lot of you who keep commenting saying, use pliers, dude. It'll make it so easy. Or easier, anyway. So I purchased them, and here they are. So let's open 74. Actually, let's clear the magazines away first. And then let's open issue 74. Like I say, we continue with the Mandibles for the foreseeable future. Because we've got the top mandible and the bottom mandible to come. So in issue 74 then, we have pretty much a standard mandible pack. We have framework, we have plate work, and we have a cutout part, which does look like it will need to be built slightly, because there are kind of connecting holes inside it. But a very nicely detailed cutout part there, as always. In issue 75 then, we have more of the framework, we have the legal guard, we have another cutout hole with more connecting circles inside it, and then of course we have a sprue, lots of little parts on this sprue, as well as more piping for the finished mandibles. So what I'm going to do to start off this video is I'm going to assemble all of the framework pieces first, and then we'll have a look at the makey parts after. So I'm just going to go away and do that now. Here we have the new framework all completed. So as you can see, it's just another 2 connector and 2 screw in 4 area thing, just like the last framework was. And talking about the last piece of framework, I've gone ahead and put the plating on it, and it looks fantastic. What really got me when I finished this was how there isn't any seam lines at all. You can barely see them. There's kind of one there, but you really can't see any of the seams from these 2 connecting parts, because they overlap with this part here and things like that. Very, very nicely designed. Once again, make sure that you put on the parts in the order that they were delivered to you. So this part first and this part, because there was a lip on that seam there. And also I tightened these incorrectly, so that they weren't completely straight, the framework pieces, last time. So I had a little trouble getting the plate work on because of that, because there was a nice little ridge here which covers the plate work. So it's a very, very snug and very tight fit. And I'm quite happy with how that piece of mandible has come out. So if I just get this correct, yes, this is the bottom frame and this is the top frame. So when they are all finished, it will look something like that. Let's see from that angle. But that's how wide it will be-ish, I reckon. And they complement each other very, very nicely. So I'm going to leave this framework I put that aside till next time because we don't have any more to do with that. We're going to be looking at the this piece now, the bottom left or right mandible, right, depending on how you look at it. And we're going to look at the cutout pieces, which will fit into there when they are all done. So let me just go and consult the magazines and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so it is as I thought. This piece here, this sprue, does hold all the parts for both of the cutouts, which I'll look at in just a little moment. I have separated it from the main pipework part because I'm not going to be using it this time, and I am going to put it with my nice big bag of all of the pipework that we've got this far. As you can see, there's quite a lot of pipework and extra parts ready to go on the Falcon when we get the instructions to do so. So that should be fun. So moving on to this sprue part, I'm just going to go away and cut out the first part, which is this little tiny fiddly part here, which when connected will go on like that. So of course this means getting out my brand new toys, which are the pliers, not pliers, what are they called? These things, you know what they're called. Shout to me in the comments because I can't think right now. And the specific one I am going to use is this one here, purely because it looks like the most unusual, and I think it's the one with the most grip. And I'll just put it in like that. Hey, do you know what? It does make life easier. Well, what do you know? I am sorry, guys. It has to be said. I am very, very sorry for not getting these earlier. So just as always, a little drop of glue. I was told, since I've been away as well, that the best way to glue it is on the biggest part, not the smallest. So you put the glue into the hole of the cutout. Sorry about the focus. And then you get the piece like this. Focus is all over the place. Sorry. And then you just pop it in like so. Wow, that was super easy. I'm surprised myself at how easy that was. I am such an idiot for not getting these earlier. So that is the first part all installed. I'm just going to go away and cut out the second part, which is another teeny tiny part there. So tiny that the focus won't work. Oh, it does. So yeah, teeny tiny part, and there is a little peg there which you can see. So I'm just going to pop some glue into this hole here. Actually, I might put it at the bottom as well. A bit at the bottom, and just a little bit at the top. I will be painting this, so any of the glossy texture left over from the glue will be hidden. I'm going to get this again, just like this. Oh, actually, let's put it around that way. Put it like that, there we go. And then just pop it in like so. Ooh. There we go. I'm just not very good at plier work, obviously. Keep calling them pliers. Are they called pliers? Maybe they are called pliers. There we go. That goes in like that. Very nicely fit. These are genius. Very nicely fit. It is very nicely fit in there. My English is failing me. And that is all the cutout parts for the cutout hole that we got back in the last issue. So now we move on to this cutout hole here, and as you can see, there's a bit more work to be done to give a bit of extra machinery on this part. So I'm just going to go away and cut out the next bit, and I've also put my teeth back in, so hopefully I'll be able to talk throughout the rest of this video. Now the next part actually comes in two separate pieces. We've got this piece here with this hole in, and then this kind of like antennae bit here, which will just fit in there like so. It's actually a bit loose, maybe it's this side. Yes, it is that side because it is a tighter fit. So I'm just going to get some glue, just put it on the little tab bit here, because I think that's what will be easiest. And there are two different sizes of holes. See, that's the smaller one, that's slightly bigger, so you put it in the smaller one like so. Finger. There we go. And that is the, oh. No, I don't believe it is. I believe it is this way. Because there are pegs here. to connect it to the cutout part. So yes, that fits nicely in there like so. Oops, a little bit dislodged because I did move it. Might need to put a little bit of extra glue on that. But then you put it onto the cutout part. So I'm just going to put glue on the pegs. Oh, I'm not following my own advice here. Oops, I'm going to get the pliers again. And I believe, let me just double check. Yes, so it goes in like so. Oh, crikey, I haven't mastered the art of these at all. Right on the edge, there we go. 2 peg holes in like so. Maybe sometimes fingers are easier. He says, just shoving it in with his fingers. But yes, that is how that part installs. Like that. So you've got the little antennae sticking out there, and that part leading to that machinery part there, like that. So the next part is this piece here, which looks exactly the same like the piece we just did. Oh my word. There we go. It looks exactly the same like the piece we just did, just doesn't have that little antennae bit here. As you can see, there's 2 more pegs like so. Glue is here, right in front of my eyes. Bit of glue. I'm going to try the pliers again, because I have a feeling it might be a bit more successful this time. So just pop it in like so. Push it down, there we go. So yeah, the reason that was so hard to do is because I put the glue on the pegs. This one was easier because I put the glue on the base. And I think that is what made the difference on that. And it is looking good. This cutout part is looking good. There's one more piece left to do, and that is just a piece of pipe work like that. It's got a little tab at the bottom there, and it's got this little extra piece of pipe just jetting out like so. So I'm just going to put a glue on where it connects, which is this rectangle bit here, like that. I'm going to pick it up, drop it in, like so, and it connects fantastically. So that is both of the cutout parts all done. They just need a little bit of paint now and a bit of weathering, so I'm just going to go away and do that, and when I've done that I'm going to come back and show you what the final pieces look like. And here we have the cutout parts all done. So to look at them in a little bit more detail, we've got this one here. I've gone for the tried and tested, for me anyway, kind of way of doing the cutouts. We've got the silver metallic machinery part there, bit of asteroid dust, mainly oil spillage and dark insides, a bit of grime and a bit of rust there. So that is that one with the black wash, of course, over the silver parts. And then, of course, we've got this one as well. Again, exactly the same paint scheme. I've made this part a nice bronze dome colour. And you can see the oil spill glitter just there. I don't know what happened with my voice. My voice today has not been great, sorry about that. So those are the cutout parts all completed. I'm quite happy with them. They go in with the rest of the model. So yeah, very happy with that. I was going to put them in, but the only problem with that is that the instructions haven't told us to put it in yet, so I don't know which way around they go. I don't know whether that one goes there or there, for example. So for now, I'm just going to hold them in position just to show you what they will look like, sort of. And it will look something like that, which I'm quite happy about. Like I say, it keeps in line with the rest of the model. So yeah, that is the cutout, or that is, oh, the cutouts are done. And these are the finished things. Yeah, very happy with how these came out. Oops. And they spin very well as well. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you would have noticed the cockpit here. I've taken it apart, which was a bit of a pain because I had glued it all down. So I put it in the freezer overnight and the glue became bristle and snapped off. So we've got this part here, and then this part here. And you may be thinking, look, this is a Mandible video. Why are you going all the way back to the cockpit? The reason for that is I recently got through the post these. Now, you may remember a month or so ago, I did a third-party video for the Holland lighting kit. This is the second part of the Holland lighting kit. Lights and LEDs that flash like that. And the reason they flash like that is because if I bring the cockpit wall in like that, and just put that bit in there, I'm going into the world of the fibre optics, folks. I'm not going to talk about it now. It will be a separate video. It might be a few weeks till the video is ready because doing all this is quite time consuming. But you've got that to look forward to. Thank you again to Mr. Holland for sending that through. Very, very nice of him to do that. But that is the end of this video and the end of the mandible, our first mandible piece, all finished. Like I say, it'll be mandibles for the foreseeable future, apart from that special video when I get round to finishing that. So I hope you will join me in a couple of weeks where we'll be continuing looking at the mandibles. Until next time then, take care, bye bye.